Hello, everybody. Um, Hello. Thank you all for coming. I would first like to apologize for the fact that I am sick. I've been sick for a week, and I have a cough drop in my mouth, and I sound a little nasally, and I've been coughing a lot. So if any of that causes any problems, I'm sorry. But I'm so glad you're all here. I'm actually, I was just in the middle of doing a little save game editing because just to get you all up to speed. So last time I streamed this at the end of the Dark Paladin stream, we actually started the process on the potential mages, but we haven't gotten super far with it yet. Where we're at so far is, as a few of you have said in chat, we're leaning towards making 3 elemental mages, a fire, lightning, and ice, and each of them would have the corresponding weather set, like the ember armor for the fire mage and so on. Yeah, frostbite and charge, like Leo said. And they'll each only have access to their own element, obviously. The reason I'm thinking of doing it split into 3 different elemental mages is because later on I would like to do either a wizard or sorcerer class. I haven't decided how to name it yet. That it can access all 3 elements. I haven't decided on like armor or anything like that for the sorcerer yet. But yeah, it would have all 3 elements and would basically just be like an OP version of the mages. So currently I'm trying to add I'll show you here, the elemental armors, because I forget exactly what they do. I'm pretty sure they're all weather related, which will make them pretty irrelevant for the actual boss rush and stuff. But the idea is that people can use this for a full playthrough, so like they would get some use out of this, you know? But really, it's mostly for aesthetics. Let's go ahead and remove these, because we're not going to need these anymore. And I kind of want it to look more clean next time. I think I might remove all of this too, just so it's completely clean. Okay, ember, charge, frost. Okay, let me switch this in real quick, and then I'll check chat real quick and see what ideas you guys have. We also, last stream, we did get a little into the actual weapons, and so the issue we have is that wands suck. All 3 variants of the wand is dog water. And even if you have, like, for instance, a wand with a ruby fused to it, it is worse than just throwing a ruby. Like, it's so trash. So, since we're kind of making, like, the end game versions of these builds, essentially, because most people playing this, you know, they're going to start over, that's interesting. Most people playing this, they're going to start over from the beginning of the game. And so they're kind of going to have to work their way up to the nicer stuff we have towards the end. So, that was very interesting. So for actual, so we're thinking like end game builds. So I think mostly they're going to be using elemental weapons. I think we are going to use Gleeok horns for their elements, just so that way they actually do some damage and can kind of compete. Potentially. That's still up in the air. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so this is hot weather attack. This is stormy weather attack. This is cold. Okay, they are all weather related. Interesting thing is that the charged set is extra armor. So I guess we could have our shock one be the tankier one by a little bit. And then last idea I wanted to tell you guys about before I check chat here. Someone towards the end of last stream also mentioned that a bow with a Kisai fused to the arrow is kind of like a magic missile from D&D, because it's like enemy seeking. And I really like that idea, but to make it a little more accurate, what I'm thinking is you do a three, because magic missile in D&D is three like arcane shots. So I'm thinking the sorcerer will have a 3-shot multi-shot bow with keys that can fuse to it. And then each of the mages, as the weaker variants, I don't know what to call it yet, but they'll have like a weaker version of magic missile, and it'll just be a weaker single shot bow with a key fuse to it. Just so that way they each kind of they're a step down from the sorcerer, but they're each kind of neat in their own way. Okay, let's magic dart. I like that idea. Let me catch up on chat here and see what ideas we're working with. Thank you everyone for saying you hope I feel better. Appreciate you. Playing Tears of the Kingdoms, I'm watching this. Nice. The multi-mage. What about the water element? Should it be put with frost? I was considering that. You can use the opal. You could use opal stuff and like have a water mage. I was thinking about that, but it doesn't fit as well because one, there's no unique set for water unless you go Zora, but that's kind of a stretch and it's a little more armory. And two, while you do have the opal, the water one would by far be the weakest because you don't have water horns that you can fuse to stuff. So, like, if the fire mage is going to have a fire Gleeok horn fused to something, he's going to be way more powerful than the water mage who just throws opals, you know? I wish there was a little more to the water, but I don't think there's enough for it to work. Lord of the Mountain armor, maybe. For the sorcerer, potentially. Depths armor. You have a nice idea for the wizard sorcerer? Okay. Think water should be like either its own thing or just a thing for thunder that might help. Ooh, now that's an idea. That's an interesting idea. That could be roped in with thunder, but that might make it a little too overpowered. How does that work, by the way? So if you throw an opal, do enemies have a wet status effect like Link does, where Link, after getting out of water, remains wet for a while? So, like, if you throw down an opal first, and then throw a topaz, would it do additional damage because the enemies are already wet? Class are you making? Right now we're working on 3 elemental mages. Lord of the Mountain armor, the mythical one, what it's called, who can use all the elements. Okay. One of the Yiga blades, they also shoot elements, like the wind thingy, the wind cutter thing. Like the fireballs and such, because, where'd it go? Why did it disappear? It disappeared, hold on. Because you can make them with anything, like weapon and ore. Okay, yeah, instead of just using the wands. Yeah, that is nice. Lord of the Mountain armor could be like a holy mage. Interesting, okay. The sorcerer having sages, I like that idea. Fire should be attack, ice should be defense, lightning should be even. Thematically, I like that. I think the only issue is that based on what I know about the game so far, we haven't done the exact testing yet. But based on what I know about the game, I think ice is probably going to end up being the strongest offensively because you get the triple damage when you shatter their ice. So I do think ice thematically makes the most sense to be defense, but I think with how the game's built, it's going to be the offense one. And lightning is actually the weakest of the 3. Which is why I was thinking more defense, and it goes along with the armor set being a little stronger. Make the wizard use single-handed weapon and mage to use two-handed weapons. You're saying wizard is single-handed, mage two-handed. I always go the other way around, like two-handed is stronger, so like wizard would be two-handed, mage would be one-handed. Let's see. Yeah, I like magic dart. Let me write that down real quick, because I may want to use that. Magic dart. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to catch up on chat. I just want to make sure I get everyone's ideas. Where was I? Getting closer. Like the idea of the frostbite set being tankier, like Nehru's Love, Rip Nintendo, missed opportunity. Wish I had ideas, totally fair. Also great username. Maybe water could be a spell sword, give it Zora weaponry and water magic to make it stronger like a buff. I really like that. I do want to make a spell sword class. I think that makes a lot of sense. Maybe with the electric you can use a two-handed weapon because it has more armor. and have the other two have one-handed weapons or spears. That does kind of balance it. I like that idea. Cowardly bard with a lot of stamina but minimal hearts. Yeah, we'll probably try to do some kind of bard thing at some point. Jester, dragon parts rock. Okay, okay. Water explosion, think so, yeah. Okay, so you guys are saying they do indeed stay wet so the electricity does extra damage. That's interesting. I don't know if that would even the scales. That's kind of hard. It's hard to say just like off the top of my head. Oh yeah, these are 2 extra defense per piece. Nice. I don't know if that would even the scales, like making the shock mage be as strong as the other mages, or if that would make the shock mage way more offensive. What's the best speedrunning idea? No idea. I don't speedrun. You use Zonai emitters, fuse to weapons or shields. I was actually thinking about that. I'm trying to decide where Zonai stuff should fit, and eventually we plan on making like an artificer kind of class, like an engineer that uses Zonai stuff. And on one hand, it feels weird to have all the Zonai stuff be exclusive to them. On the other hand, it feels weird to let a mage have a flamethrower, like just little technological flamethrower. I don't know. So glad I thought magic dart up. Me too. That's good. That's good stuff. If you fuse a Gleeok horn to a wind cleaver, it'll shoot the element instead of wind. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you can get some ranged attacks. I like that idea. Let me write that down. Or wind cleavers for ranged. Okay. Good. Good stuff. Weird idea, but Thunderset could have lots of metal weapons, and Thunder Helm situational, but could be like a lightning rod during storms. That is true. That would be interesting. And lightning damage is increased in this game, like from a lightning strike. Only issue with that is, like you said, it's very situational, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm on the fence. Said electricity was the worst, maybe buff it. Yeah, we'll maybe try to find a way to buff it. I just don't know if Opal would be too buffed, you know? For Wizard, Sorcerer, nice look would be Fierce Deity, Mask, Light Blue, Archaic, Tunic. No idea for pants, but I like the look of Royal Guard boots. Okay. I like that idea. When a mage use a staff spear. Sorry if we covered that already. I just turned up. No worries, Giga Chad. We haven't actually gotten to the weapons yet. This is that weapon is left over from the Dark Paladin. I'll unequip it because that's not accurate. Yeah, the mage is going to be using more wands and stuff. We're still trying to piece that out. If there's going to be a light mage, should they get lasers? I don't know. Can only watch for 22 more minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, Tingle. This is how these go. There's a lot of brainstorming before we get into the actual building, because we plan out everything here. A fighter uses spear, short sword, and bows, but no shield. Interesting idea. I like that idea. Make sure wizard has a weak armor. You know, I kind of like wizard will definitely have a weaker armor to compensate a little. I kind of like the idea of maybe the wizard or sorcerer having the thunder helm. 3 good ideas. How am I so smart today? Oh. Well, no. Samurai ninja class designs whenever you do those. Sick. Good to know. I did think that Zonai stuff last stream for the mages, so I'm glad to hear you're thinking of it for these guys. Yeah. I don't know. I'm very on the fence with it. I feel like once you open the can of worms with Zonai devices, then you kind of have to like give a Zonai device to each class to try to fit it. But I don't know. It's weird to try to work in, because like, yeah, say that you give the flame emitter to the fire mage. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let's do a poll. This seems like a good opportunity for a poll. Should mages have access to their elemental Zonai device. G flame emitters. Yes, no. Because the thing is, they're not gonna have like access to other things to build with it, you know? So the best they could really do is pull one out and hold it around with Ultra Hand and have it shoot flames from their Ultra Hand. Which I guess is kind of like telekinesis-y, so it kind of fits with like a magic class. I don't know. Class are we working on? We're working on 3 elemental mages right now. Divine Beast Helms, interesting idea. I don't know on that. Gleeok horns can basically replace the Zonai stuff. Yeah, except for lasers. Think only Light Mage should get lasers. Yeah. I kind of feel the same, that the Gleeok horns kind of do the job better. And yeah, it's too futuristic. Not necessarily. If you give mages a lot of limitations, it's harder to do in a game like this, though. Yeah. Zonai devices should be on their shields. Yeah, but the mages aren't going to have shields. Do mages have access to bows for long-range spells? The mages will... I think we've decided the mages are going to have somewhat weaker single-shot bows with key size to fuse to it as a weaker magic missile, basically. I do prefer the Gleeok horns for sure. Okay. The emitters are based off dragons design-wise, so maybe you can act like they're a summon. Yeah, but if we're going in that direction, right, then that's kind of more of a conjurer class than a... You know what? What if we do that? What if we do that instead? What if we eventually make a conjurer class? Because these are elemental mages. They fully spec'd into destruction. But then there's a conjurer class that has access to Zonai devices that can help them. And yeah, we can act like it's a summon. And then the sorcerer will have... Shit, I don't know, dude. I don't know. So the light mages using the laser emitter is a kind of a focus to use magic. Interesting. I like that idea. That makes sense, like a focus crystal kind of thing. Is Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Where Are the Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild? Yes. Are we using magic rods? Most likely, but it's probably just going to be for show because they're trash. Give the mages a weak shield like a wooden shield so they can't use it but use it for emitters. But then if you give them a weak shield like a wooden shield, it'll just break in 2 seconds with the emitter, you know? Which mage is first? We're kind of building all 3 at the same time. A Mage Knight mix. We'll definitely do that later as like a spell sword class. That'll be like a Mage Knight thing. You like the idea of a conjurer class. Oh, is Tears of the Kingdom better than Breath of the Wild? To me, no. But they're both fantastic. Conjurer gets to summon the attack robot dogs with the emitters. Give it the little wheelie guys. When the mages use bow, they can use only their elements with them. I was also considering that. I don't know. Do you think it would be too OP for mages to be able to use... Oh, okay. Think of it this way. So I was thinking each of the mages, right? They're going to have a magic rod, scepter staff. Yeah, they're going to have a magic rod with their elemental gem fused to it. So like this fire mage is going to have a ruby fused to a magic rod. So that's kind of their ranged fire attack, right? It's just trash. Then the bow with the key eyeball is like their arcane attack, making it kind of like a magic missile style thing. And then for melee, they're going to have Gleeok horns fused to something. I think if we allowed the mage to fuse elemental materials to the bow, it would be way too OP. And the mages would basically only use that. or the Gleeok weapons, you know? Which I feel like it would just completely invalidate the magic missile thing and the magic rod. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Also, majority on the poll says that mages should have access to their elemental Zonai device. Breaking shields act as elemental power running out. I suppose so. Spell sword, doobie, water zor, spell sword with a mage knight makes you can do the shield thing. That's true. That's true. How many times have you... Nope. Okay. A monk that only throws things and a small short sword. Sand nomad, snow nomad class would be cool. True, true. Give the mages an 8-fold long blade with an elemental horn. Don't think mages should be able to always use long range fireballs, because no one's gonna not use them all the time. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. They can use Gleeok horns, they don't need Zonai stuff, or they should be limited to the one-handed Zonai swords. Interesting. Multi-element wizard can choose 3 elements to use and only use those. Yeah. Use their fruit type, yeah. Maybe only the normal Lionel bows. The magic missiles are usually quite weak on their own. Yeah, probably. And these guys are going to be even weaker. So, okay, here's where I'm at. I know what the poll said, but I agree with Crunchy. I think that if these guys have Gleeok weapons, then not only are Zonai devices irrelevant, but they're also kind of redundant. And I feel like it should be one or the other, and I really like the idea of this because, let's be real, the mages are going to be horribly underpowered if they don't have access to some kind of melee weapon. And keep in mind, this is an endgame version of this build. So earlier in the game, they obviously wouldn't have access to Gleeok horns for elemental melee weapons. But if you take like a magic rod with a Gleeok horn, it looks dope. You have a little fire sword, and it looks magical because flame comes out when you swing it. Like, this very, very much fits the theme, I feel like. I feel like we take Gleeok horn weapons, we don't take Zonai stuff for this class, but we'll save Zonai stuff for future classes. And then, yeah, I like the idea of them having a single shot bow with key size for a magic dart, a weaker magic missile. Artificer class with... Yeah, the plan is to make an Artificer class for the Zonai devices. And a light mage could use star fragments, that's also a good idea. But they do nothing, yeah, fair. Yeah. I feel bad, because you guys are coming in after we already, like, discussed quite a bit with the mages at the end of last stream. But I personally am feeling pretty locked in with the mages wearing these elemental outfits. And then using magic rods with their gems fused to it, and some other weapons, maybe magic rods with Gleeok horns fused to it. So then, yeah, their offensive options are Gleeok blade, magic rod with gem, or single shot bow with key ball. I think we limit them to those 3, because that's already going to be pretty damn overpowered. Like, poor light mage doesn't get its own armor. Yeah, we'll come up with something for the light mage later. I don't know if we'll have time for it in this one. I feel like fitting 3 classes into one video is already going to be a bit, or 3 variants, I guess, of one class. So we may do some kind of light mage somewhere down the road. I may kind of bring those light mage ideas into a cleric build, because a cleric is kind of a light mage somewhat. So we'll see. But yeah, I think as is, offensively, these guys are already super strong with magic rod gems, Gleeok blades, and single shot bow with key ball. I think Sorcerer is where we're going to get a little more nutty with the different with the different ways to deal damage, because the Sorcerer is going to be intentionally overpowered. As is, the reason I think this one's going to be OP is because when we were doing the Paladin stuff, we noticed that not having a bow severely hampers you. Like, it is very crucial. So any class that has any kind of bow access is already kind of going to be overpowered. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't have much for Light Mage anyway. Unfortunately, might be better to just use a Cleric Brainstorming. Yeah, yeah. Light Mage and Cleric are a bit different. One does healing, the other throws fruit. See, I agree with you there. The issue, though, is that a Cleric is a classic class, you know, and we have to include it. But it's usually meant to heal a party, and this is a single-player game. So the best you can really do is what we did for the Light Paladin, having self-heals with a Light Dragon Reaper kind of thing. So, yeah, I think... I think we're going to have to kind of make a hybrid class between Light Mage and Cleric at some point. So it's more offensive oriented with light magic stuff. The Light Mage can get the armor that takes away rupees instead of health. It looks like a Light Wizard. That's true, and that actually feels pretty cleric-y, because clerics are supposed to be a little tanky, so I like that. I would just be a sniper if I was a mage. Yeah. I feel like having the bow with the key sideball is, like, objectively the best offensive option here, except for the fact that it's single shot. I feel like that makes it to where for the Demon King's army, using the bow is a bad idea. But for bosses, it's useful. And I kind of like that balance. I think give them low health and only one Great Fairy upgrade on the armor, as their offensive build is already OP with Gleeok Horns. True, they are very strong offensively. We haven't decided on their hearts and health yet. But you think we should only give him 1 star of armor? Like, he has 18 armor. That's low. Like, the Dark Paladin had 24, I think, which is what the Shock one will have. And that already, he was getting his shit kicked in. Like, you take so much damage from the bosses in the Demon King's army that 1 or 2 hits was enough to kill you. I feel like 2 stars kind of going to be like a baseline for a lot of these classes, because they need the armor. They're going to need the help here. Sup, Pokey Knight. Welcome. Long time no see indeed. Don't give bows, power everything else. You think the mages shouldn't have bows at all? Still really want the Light Mage Wizard to get a bit of laser. I agree with that, yeah. Sorry, always way too late for me to be able to watch. No worries, Pokey Knight. Endgame mages could have multi-shot basic Lionel bows. That'll be for... I think we're going to save the multi-shot, like, full-on magic missile style for the Sorcerer. Just as another way to level it up from the elemental mages, you know? Okay. So, like, I want to figure out this bow thing. Do you guys think that's too overpowered? I guess where I'm at is either we allow them to have a single shot bow with key eyeballs, which realistically, it's going to be a low damage bow, and the key eyeballs don't add a lot of damage. So the bow is mostly just going to be used for, like, Colgera and things like that. It's mostly going to be used for stunning enemies with weak shot, with like, headshots. Great. Gary Bravo, thank you for the $2. First stream, welcome. Glad to have you. Needs all the armor it can get. Yeah. Yeah, I think the bow's going to be more utility here. But I think if we were to choose no bow, they're already fragile and have bad base weapons. That's true. Yeah, if we chose no bow, then we would have to allow them to throw... I get that's the other thing to consider. Do you guys think they should be allowed to throw elemental gems? Because if we allow them to throw elemental gems, it completely invalidates a magic rod with the gem fused to it. Mages should be able to fuse gems to arrows. See, but then they'd only be using bows. That would make them a bit too overpowered. Yeah, I feel like letting them throw the gems is too OP. Because... that's objectively going to be the best way to get through the Demon King's army, right? As a personal... Yeah, that's true. All of this is going to end up being personal choice, but, yeah, I feel like if you had access to an elemental gem, then I would just throw down gems for the entire Demon King's army. Yeah, that turns them into more of a grenadier. I agree. So I think in the video, I will suggest that you don't throw your elemental stuff, your gems, because it's too OP, and that you don't fuse your gems to your bows because it's too OP. but obviously people can do that if they wish. Okay, let's start building these. How many times have you replayed TOTK? A good few, like at least 10, I think. Didn't Timber chew through Demon King while skipping Sky Islands? Yeah, probably. Have you already done this, but Ninja Stealth class seems like most fun in the game for me. Haven't gotten there yet, but definitely on the list. Druid, maybe. I don't know how we'd build it, but no gem fused arrows, and the rods are already only flavor, basically, so I don't want them to throw gems. Yeah, I feel like the gem rods are gonna be useful mostly for crowd control during the DKA, and then yeah, for flavor, for theme. Okay. So we've got the armor sets. Oh, I hate that. No. I may have to show these off one at a time, so I may delete the armor on the others. Let's build the Fire Mage up first, I guess. Well, no. No. We'll hold on to it. It'll be fine. I can make it work in the video. So, I also wanted to mention the plan for this, when we're getting footage of the Demon King's army and the boss rush, I really do not want to go through the whole boss rush 3 times with very similar classes that just have a different element. So instead, I'm going to bring the stuff for all 3 elements, all 3 variants, and just do one boss rush, and just switch armor sets and the weapon I'm using for each boss to showcase how they work, you know. The only thing I'm considering is I think I may do a full Demon King's army clear with each of the variants, because I would like to, because that's easier to do quickly, and I would like to test the full variant against the Demon King's army to kind of get a feel of how powerful their element is. And then, yeah, for the bosses, we'll just kind of switch armor sets and do it all. It already glitches out on you quite a bit. Luckily, this time we'll have a bow, so we don't have to worry as much about Colgera being an issue. But yeah, it glitches a lot. Okay. Got the armor. Oh, we need to decide on health. Yeah, fruit for lower levels, and then like elemental horns for mid-level, like mid-game stuff. Which I should write that down just so I can at least say that during the video. Fruit for early game use, elemental horns for mid-game, gems and Gleok for late game. Okay. 6 hearts for mage. You want them to be one shot? You can skydive through. Yeah, so Jarkson, that's because Colgera broke for us when we were doing the paladins. Once we got to phase 2, Colgera stopped doing any attacks, so I couldn't access the weak points to dive through them. So we had to like glitch into the weak points from underneath. It was really rough. Okay, so having each element be attached to one of the types of magic weapon would be cool. I think fire would be rod, ice would be staff, and electric would be scepter. I like that idea. Will there be a water mage? Probably not. There's not enough to it. We're thinking about rolling that into like a Zora spell sword class. 10 hearts, 21 hearts, 6 hearts, 2 wheels of stamina, and 10 hearts. 6 to 9 hearts. Lower health but higher stamina, maybe 14. Yeah, so I don't think that the mage should have too high of health or stamina. Health because mages aren't traditionally tanky, and stamina because mages also don't use a lot of stamina. Like, stamina is mostly used in combat, mostly going to be used for like spin attacks with a 2-handed weapon, or sprinting, or yeah, bullet time with the bow, which none of those are really like what a mage excels at. I think the mage is going to have a weak foundation with low hearts and stamina, but compensate for that with a very powerful offensive kit. But yeah, mana, but the thing is, stamina doesn't work as mana in this game, you know? It doesn't assist them in their elemental attacks at all. It mostly assists them with melee attacks and stuff like that, which isn't as, I don't know. I don't think it really fits. I think we want it to, I like 10 hearts. May just go, yeah, I was also kind of thinking 1.5 wheels of stamina and 10 hearts. I think that's the way to go. We're gonna use dices. We're gonna play normally. No dices here. No die here. Sorry. Yeah, I like 10 hearts and 1.5 wheels of stamina. How does everyone feel about that? Are we all in agreement? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you have a differing opinion? I think the wizard sorcerer thing will have maybe a little bit lower health and higher stamina than the mages. Yeah, they're definitely going to be pretty glass cannony. Sorry, Mabel's going ham. Think that's good. Sounds good. That's good. Stamina isn't really mana, so the only way I see stamina being useful is for rods to send out more element. That's true. Are they allowed to use the Master Sword? Nah. That'll maybe be for like a hero build. 10 hearts, 1.5. Okay. Okay, so I think it'll be, well, so there's no exact half. So should we do 1 3/5 wheels of stamina, like for the light paladin, or should it be 1 2/5, a little lower than the light pally? You bring up a good point that stamina is useful to send out more elemental attacks from a magic rod, which does feel a little necessary to make it somewhat useful. So I'm thinking 1 3/5. We haven't done rogue yet. I think I plan on doing rogue next. My first D&D character was a warlock that died in 3 hours. Let's go. Any elixirs or any food allowed? Yeah, so we talked about that with the paladins. I think we're not gonna assign food or anything like that to specific classes because we want people to be able to just heal with food whenever they need to, so they can play the game at least somewhat normally in that regard. Paladin is melee who fights hard with sword and shield. Mate, yeah, it's true. 2 fists. They don't need it as much as the paladin. They are a little fragile. Okay. We're getting some different opinions here. This is a good opportunity for a poll. How much stamina for? Yeah, just ignore lady. 1 2/5 or 1 3/5. So 1 3/5 would be matching the light paladin. Poll is up. Let me know what you think. How about the ranger? Haven't done that yet either. Still got to figure out how that's gonna work in with rogue and stuff. We'll figure that out next time. Attack 10 times, wait 5 seconds, attack 10 more times, on and on. Like for elemental recharge. If you're assigning food, I think like light mage would be able to use things for temporary hearts and temporary stamina. Interesting. Do 2.5. Do 1.5. It don't work that way. Okay, the poll is very... It is a very close poll right now. 52% and 48%. I'm going to count down from 10, and then I'm going to end the poll, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, someone balanced it out to exactly 50-50, and I can't end it when it's exactly 50. Okay, there we go. Woo. We got 2 more votes for 1 3/5. Oh, God. Guys.
No.
It's so close. It's too close to call. Okay, we're up to 55% on 1 3/5. I'm calling it. It's 1 3/5. Okay. Are glitches allowed? No, people can do that if they want to when they're playing it themselves, but we're not going to use them. Okay. Make fire and ice slightly more offensive since lightning has more armor. Yeah. We could do that. Do you guys think that there should be variances in health and stamina between the three elements here? Like um since the lightning mage is higher defense, we could give it a little less stamina. Lightning gets more health, fire and ice get more stamina. Sounds like it's time for another poll. Okay. Should the three elements have different heart and stamina builds? Yes, no. Okay. Vote in the poll, please. Use a boomerang fused with Kisai for a homing missile, or a Gliok horn for a magic spell. They're using a bow fused with Kisai for kind of a homing missile for magic missile. Depends how powerful the element is, yeah. Ferrari's whole thing is kind of the stamina wheel. Oh, very true, Crunchy. Damn. Thematically, that does cause problems. When are you fighting Ganon? As soon as we're done getting all this planned out and built, which it will probably be soon. So many polls. I know, that's the thing that doesn't show in the videos. This is well thought out. A lot goes into this. We spent, like, I think probably an hour and a half or maybe close to 2 hours on the Paladins before we actually did something with them. Bye, Tingle. Thanks for coming. 2 or 3 more hearts, but only 1.5 stamina wheels. Make a barbarian with 3 hearts. 3 hearts is scary, man. Make 1 have high armor, 1 with HP, and 1 with stamina. Yeah, but armor and HP are basically the same thing, because 1 heart is 4 armor, essentially. Make a warlock. I don't know how we would do a warlock. Skittles, we are currently discussing and trying to figure out. We're just making choices on how to make mage builds for this game. And right now we're working on, the 3 elemental mages. Okay, overwhelming yes that the 3 elements should have different heart and stamina builds. Okay, so then I think we're going to have to just make fire and ice equal on heart and stamina. And I think the standout should be Shock. Because Shock is weaker offensively than both fire and ice. Because fire is better for DPS, damage per second, with, like, flamethrower kind of stuff. And the burn ticks. And ice is stronger because you get the 3 times damage on a shatter. So they both are better offensively in different ways. And then, Shock is just the weakest one. So, let's... I think I agree that maybe we give Shock 2 extra hearts and 1... do you think just 1 less stamina vessel? I guess. I don't know. 15 minutes I'm going. You can go now, Mr. Impatient. I don't care. No worries, Cricket. Nader's armor can get a little more buffed for Nehru's whole defense thing. Fire can get more offensive buff for Din's power, and Shock doesn't get any armor upgrades. See, but that's... I don't know. I think that might be leaning a little too thematic here. Rather than actual... I think that leans too hard into the theme rather than their actual performance as an element, you know? Sorcerer with blue choo-choo jelly and the ability to change its element to one of the 3. That might be a little too weak. Make a fierce warrior with FD armor and 30 hearts, but only 1 stamina wheel. Interesting. Maybe his whole defense. Yeah. Shock doesn't get any armor upgrades. And less help, but can have more stamina as a result. So you think we should go the opposite direction? So you think rather than trying to play to each of their strengths and emphasize their strengths, you think we should do the opposite and try to balance them in the other directions so they're all kind of on the same playing field? Since Shock is weaker offensively, it gets more stamina to compensate, you're saying? And since it has more defense, it has less health? I mean, it doesn't... Yeah, I don't know. Thanks, Marlon. On one hand, I like that idea. I think if this were a multiplayer game and balance were more important, I would probably go with that idea. But I think because we want them to all have aspects that make them unique from each other and more interesting, rather than them all kind of performing the same, I think we should go the other way and emphasize their strengths. Build kind of reminds me of Draconic Ancestry in D&D. Interesting. Give Shock more health and the others more stam. Why make them weaker for balance? Shock strength is its disarming ability, but that doesn't really work for Ganon. That's true. I guess that could be useful for the DKA, right? But at the same time, while you do get a disarm off of Shock, Ice is still better for crowd control because it freezes the enemies for 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Someone correct me on that if I'm wrong. But it freezes the enemies for longer. So that's it controls the crowd the best and keeps them stunned, essentially. Okay. So we're going to do... We decided on... hold on. 10 hearts and 1 and 3 1 3/5 wheels of stamina for fire and ice. Then let's just do 12 hearts and 1 2/5 stamina for Shock. Let's just do that. They can use maces in D&D. Well, yeah, I mean, they're going to be using melee weapons. Saw the video of the Paladin class. Nice. Welcome, Shen. Samurai or Ninja class. Definitely plan on doing something like that. Dragon Spike Shard weapons. I feel like it doesn't feel as magical. I don't know. I feel like having like literal fire come out of the blade feels like the most magical element in the game. You know? That feels the most like an actual mage. Welcome, Sniper. Glad you can make it. Glad you enjoyed the Paladin video. Make Ice have two-handed. I think Sorcerer is going to have two-handed. These three are going to be mostly the same. Me and my friend are going to play this challenge soon. Nice, dude. That's exciting. Can't wait to hear how it goes. Ice have two-handed, fire one-handed, and shock spears. That's interesting. Oh, damn it. That is interesting. I kind of really like that. I really like that. Ah, no. You uploaded another build video? I did the Paladin long video and then a short for each of the two Paladin variants. Did you schedule them? What do you mean? Why not use the elemental ones? We're using that too. You like the limitation on weapon types too? Yeah. I'm kind of into it. Okay. I'm saying let's do that. That's fun. So ice is two-handed. Fire is one-handed. And shock is spear. Okay. I like that. We're doing it. We're doing it. And then they'll each have wands for their element as well. Or rods, I mean. Since they do have different hearts and stamina, I am going to have to do a couple variants here. Yes, the short. Yeah, that was scheduled. That's the Dark Paladin short. Yeah, I scheduled that. I think you should have the mages one-handed sorcerers let you assign one element to one weapon type. See, I think we just want Sorcerer to be as ridiculously OP as possible. For the people... Because like I said with the tier list thing for the Paladin, it's more of a difficulty rating, you know? And we want Sorcerer to be easy mode, where it's just insanely glass cannon-y, and can access all three weapon types and all three elements and just go ham, you know? Or it could just keep the assignment, you know? Like, the Sorcerer could keep it assigned to shock, spear, fire, one-handed, ice, two-handed, you know, if we want to do it that way. Okay. Who is hard mode, then? Probably Bard. It's probably going to be something like Bard. That's just, like, not great for combat. Okay, let's see. So, we're doing 10 hearts and 1 3/5 wheels for fire and ice. And then... we'll do... Let me just get all the materials. We got rubies. Let's also do all of our horns. And then we need sapphire and topaz. Okay, and then get rid of that, get rid of that. Every class just has splash fruit on them because Muktarok sucks. No shields, but they are going to have a bow. What bow should they have? Oh, and they need Keese eyeballs too. I should be showing you this, sorry. We need Keese eyeballs. 50 seems like plenty. So what bow should they be allowed to have for their weaker single-shot magic missile, their magic dart? We don't want it to be the best of the best single-shot bow with the most damage, you know? I absolutely hate people using gems to bypass the entire fight. I think it's fun. Or at least it's convenient for challenge runs and stuff. Probably a wooden bow. Dusk bow. I think dusk bow is too strong. We don't want it to be... We want this to be more of a convenience rather than an actual good damaging weapon. You know, we want this to be more for... like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not diversity. I guess, like a diverse build, yeah. I kind of think Forest Dweller Bow. How much damage does that do, though? Is this damage? No, that's durability. How much damage does the Forest Dweller Bow do? Weakest Lionel Bow. That'll be for Sorcerer with the 3-shot. These are going to use single shot. Forest Dweller Bow. Here we go. Is the Forest Dweller Bow traditionally multi-shot? Like, does that... Is the base multi-shot? I knew it could be upgraded, but I thought it upgraded to multi-shot and started out single-shot. Am I crazy? It is multi-shot? Interesting. Okay. So then... let's do... Oh, we could use one of these. I kind of like one of the Rito bows. It's always multi-shot? Okay. Great Eagle Bow is multi-shot, right? So I think Falcon Bow is single shot. Phrenic Bow. No, I hate the ones that zoom. I hate the sniping ones. Thought about putting a little notepad on screen where you can write down notes as you go. Peeps new to the stream know what we've thought of so far. That is brilliant, Crunchy. That's a really good idea. That's just straight up a really good idea. I love it. I don't quite know how I would implement that yet, but it's a fantastic idea, and I'll have to figure that out for next time. I'm gonna write that down real quick so I don't forget to look into that. Notepad on screen. Might have to be a big ass notepad. Okay. Class you doing right now? We are doing elemental mages. Harder to miss with sniper bows and magic missile can't miss. But yeah, but magic missile can't miss anyway because it's a key eyeball. It's gonna hit regardless. Having the extra zoom is just a pain, you know? Thought he had a notepad on his desktop. No, I've been writing on a Google document. Swallow bow, not the best damage, not the best durability, but lets you have that convenience. That's true. That is pretty bottom of the line, though, right? As far as damage, which I guess is fine, because, yeah, we don't want this to be a main damage dealer. So we'll just do a bunch of swallow bows. I'm just going to add a lot, because I don't want to run out of bows. Oh, wait, no, I can duplicate. I'm dumb. I don't want to run out of bows in the middle of the boss rush, because it's pain, and been there. So we're just going to have a lot of these for convenience sake. Obviously, not everyone will have just an ass load of bows. That's probably way more than we need, but whatever, that's fine. Swallow bow with quick shot. Does magic missile have a cast time? Hold on, don't want you guys seeing that. Casting time is one action. Okay. So, I mean, like, it is instantaneous. Okay. What if we add... Well, no. I feel like if we just added, Oh, by I don't know how to pronounce it. Ilyas? I don't know. Bye, thank you. I don't know. I guess it still doesn't do a lot of damage, so that's not like a huge deal. You think Quickshot seems a bit OP? I was gonna say we could add it to Sorcerer, but Sorcerer is already gonna be getting multi-shot, so it's already gonna be quite a bit stronger. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Quickshot is necessary. I think Quickshot will be the kind of thing where like someone can leave it up to that's up to people's discretion if they choose to play the build, you know? Interact with it through OBS to have an on-screen notebook. Not 100% it'll work, though. I'll have to try that out. Thank you. Alright, see you, Sniper. Thanks for coming. Okay, so we're doing the swallow bows. No shields. They're gonna have... Sorry, Mabel's digging. Quick shot would be something for a fighter or ranger. Yeah, I agree with that. So we're gonna have a few of each of the magic thingies. I forgot you can't see, sorry. Let's get rid of all of these, because we don't want any of these leftover pally things. There's a lot. Hold on. Oh, nope. Okay. Since we're going to be carrying the kit for all three to go through, that's going to make it... Well, no. That's fine. Yeah, we'll carry the kit for all three. So duplicate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many slots do I have? 20. So 6. It's going to have to be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 up top. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I'm gonna pop a cough drop. I only have like 3 left, so I'm trying to spread it out. So these are for each of the classes. I think for each class they'll get one that's like the actual elemental rod, just because those suck, and one will be plenty, and then the rest will be Gleeok blades, or Gleeok horns. Not all blades. Okay, so we have those. We have the materials. We have the bows. We have the armor sets, and we have the health and stamina. I think the only thing that's going to be a pain in the ass here is when we do the shock ones, since they have different hearts and stamina. I'll have to come back and change this again to showcase them. So that's fun. Okay, so I think this is good. This is good. I'm sending it. And we'll start showcasing them, and then we can boss rush them. Okay. I want to play Rogue when you make it. I am excited to make Road. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that next time. 20 years later. Look, I know it takes a long time, okay? It's just how it has to be. I want it to be well thought out. Okay. Got a decent amount of swallow bows. Only 8 damage, but that's fine. Don't need it for the damage. Let's sort these. Okay. Yeah. 6, 6. Yep. 6, 6, 6. Brilliant. You know what, though? This actually also goes into the fact that, that Shock is weaker, because if Shock has Spear, that also contributes to them being weaker. And Ice being the strongest. It does make sense, but that, yeah, we're steering into their strengths even further. Eightfold Blade Stealth Set, no shield, Phrenic Bow. Me and my friend are going to start the challenge tomorrow. I'm going to be light and he's going to be dark. Sick. I am so excited to hear how that goes. Feel strong bow would be better as class few hits with strong hits, true. Deleting of the paladin stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Sup, Ninja Curl. Is that like Carl? And Squimblink, hello. Squimblink, I did see your suggestions pre-stream, just so you know. Okay, let's get fusing, yeah? I'm gonna drop back down here to make it a little easier. Have more space for fusing. That was insanely clutch. Okay, so we'll have one ruby rod. And then the rest of these are going to be Gleeok horns. Because let's be real, that's what we're going to be using way more of the time. You're on my last Twitch stream. Sick. Love a Twitch stream viewer. Tomorrow, by the way, I'm excited for Twitch streams tomorrow because we're doing, that is indeed two-handed. We're doing some Age of Calamity later in the stream, but at the beginning of stream we're doing, I'm solving real-life Zelda puzzles. I've shown this before, but I got these Zelda theme, like, puzzles. And I've never solved puzzles like that, and I'm going to try that tomorrow. Sad you're only using Gleeok horns, what about Fireball? What do you mean? Like, I'll still have this for Fireballs. It's just trash money, you know? And so, like, I'll showcase it for the footage, how this works against the DKA, stuff like that. But then for the stuff that's not going into the video, I'm mostly going to be using these to get through it quicker, so... To use Fireball, use Fire Enemy Horns? Magic class only gets one Fireball? We're doing Fire, Ice, and Shock Mage. Well, what do you mean for other Fireballs? Do you just mean another Ruby Rod? Or do you mean something else that creates Fireballs? What you talking about? Okay, got those. And then this. Link can use Magic Rod as a weapon. Kind of weird, to be honest. I guess Link is a bit of a mage himself, true. Why is Pro HUD on? Cleaner footage. Give it more. But, like, in like, how? Like, yeah, like another Ruby Rod or in a different way? Should we make to where certain classes only get the Paraglider or use Sages? I think everybody can do Paraglider, just because we still want it to be like a fun playthrough. But Sages, I think Sages we're going to limit to certain classes having access to them as like a Summoner or Conjurer kind of build. But yeah, Paraglider I think everybody should have. Summoner class gets Sages and the Emitters, yeah. I think that'd be cool. Okay. There we go. Not that much weaker, only slightly weaker. God, 10 hearts looks really tiny. That's rough, man. That's really rough. I'm gonna get their shit kicked in. Okay. So these dudes are gonna look like this. Mage should get Sages because magic. We think we're gonna possibly give some or all Sages to a Sorcerer build, which will be like an advanced mage, Sorcerer or Wizard. Let's see how these look. Oh, that's the actual... Whoops. That doesn't look nearly as cool as the Fireblade. That's okay. And that looks about like what you'd expect. The Fireblade definitely looks the sickest. It's so clean. Oh. Only Conjurer gets the attack cart dogs. Totally. Okay, let's head back up here. And let's get the footage clean. I'd say each mage should get the Sage of their element, but there's not really an Ice Mage. Yeah, we could use Sidon for that, I suppose. I don't know. The other complication, though, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think we should have Sages. Well, okay. I think we can assign a Sage or Sages to a build, but I'm not going to use them for this because we want it to be a full boss rush. And if we have a Sage, then we're not going to fight the boss. Sup, last link, no worries. Welcome. Yeah, Artificer might have Minoru, probably, actually. Okay. I do have Paraglider, yep. We're gonna do the little showcase now. How do I want to do this? We have everything prepared to showcase. Yeah. Yeah. I think wetness would be good with electricity. That being said, there's Reju for that, true. I'm trying to think ahead of how I'm going to make this in the video. I don't know if I'm going to do what I did for Light and Dark Paladin. I feel like those two classes, those two variants were different enough that it warranted me going through their builds separately. But I think for these mages, I'm just going to go through all three of their builds at once because they're all similar and I can just explain it all together. I guess. I don't know. Wonder what Magic Rod's durability? Probably pretty weak. Magic Rod durability is 14. Yeah, pretty low. Same for all of the Magic Staff and the Scepter, too. Are you going to be doing a Dragonborn? I think that'd be interesting. Potentially something like that. I'm not sure. Sages are weird, though, because they're kind of weak as far as the class exclusive goes. Very true. Okay, I gotta focus. So, Should I just get the shot from here? I feel like this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. No shields for the mages. So, I'll just show them like this. Doing this kind of stuff. And then weapon out. And doing this kind of stuff. And then I'll show a swing. Maybe like that. Okay. And then let's switch over to ice. And do the same. Work it. I don't remember if I'm doing it in the right order. I don't think I am. YOLO. And then Dees. Oh, you think do a spin attack? Okay. No, because that shows off the stamina. And that's going to break the immersion when they see that they all have different stamina. Or that they all have the same stamina when they're supposed to have different. I'm lazy. Basically what I'm saying is I'm lazy. Yep. Oh, no. I still don't remember the order. And then this. Cool. Good enough. Okay, and then switch back to this stuff. And nope. And we just need to be able to see what's going on here for a second. There's all the armor. Wow, look at it. And then we have swallow bows. I do need to show these off in a second. Although I don't know if that actually is going to make it into the footage. It didn't last time, and it probably won't this time. So let me show swallow bow with Keese eyeball. Magic dart. Nailed it. Okay. Cool. We've shown them what to expect. Now the last thing I need to do is switch over the hearts and stamina so we can... Oh, no, actually, hold on. We need to take this off. Show this. As is. Then give it a second. We switch to this stuff. And show this. This is for the part where it shows the heart and stamina, by the way. So, like for that part of the video. And then I need to change, I need to change the hearts and the stamina for the shock dude so I can show that. So let me do that real quick. So, sorry, hold on. Oh god, I'm all over the place. Shock dude, we decided 12 hearts and 1 2/5 wheels of stamina. 12, 1 2/5, save. Okay. All about the footage, brothers. Do you see I changed my name? Linky? What was your name before? I don't recognize the PFP offhand. My bad. Make a rogue. We will be doing that next time, most likely. We're doing mages right now. Ember Set is probably my favorite in the game. It does look really cool. Okay. Good old bald Link. Okay, is this the right amount of hearts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Yeah. And then a Spear with, I'm gonna have to refuse everything, which sucks. With Topaz. Okay. There we go. for the footage. Brilliant. Now they can take a gander at the hearts and stamina for this fella. Okay, I'm actually going to switch it back real quick. So that way it looks good for 66% of the footage. When we're doing the boss rush. So like if the stamina ever pops up, it's only going to look wrong if I'm wearing the shock stuff. Because we're only doing it once. A spear. Okay. Do you think rangers should have horses during combat as an exclusive thing? Horses during combat can be really good, but during DK and all, it doesn't let you use horses. True. That could be cool. I definitely want to include horses somewhere. Like the Frostbite set for reasons. What's so sus about the Frostbite set? Is it the risque open back? Oh, hold on. I think I have to sneeze. No, we're good. Wish instead of Cold Thunder Fire Charge attack stamina down, it was like elemental resistance, so you wouldn't freeze to death or die if you struck it. That would be cool. What's your favorite set? My favorite is that one set, you know? So true. Same, dude. The Football Gamer. Oh, okay. Good name change. Football Gamer and now Linky. Linky, formerly known as Football Gamer. Okay. Focus. It's game time, gamers. What is oh, that's yep, that makes sense. Got the footage of them all standing there. Got the footage of all that stuff. I think we got the footage for everything here. Let's head back down, refuse stuff, which is a pain. I wish I thought of that. Nope, that's different controllers, so the controls are wrong. Okay. Juan Ruby. It's kind of a pain to do it this way. This is probably a really dumb way to do it. It's game time, gamers, that's right. People overlook the hip cutouts. All I hear is about the back, but it's just close. There's hip cutouts? Oh, I'm sorry. Those tiny little slivers of hip cutouts? Yeah, okay. The back and shoulders being exposed. Okay, it's all pretty risque, to be fair, but... Like, if you were in high school, they'd probably tell you to change. Like, in my high school, girls weren't allowed to show their shoulders towards the end of it, which was dumb. Is this a... Yeah, okay. And then one of the electric ones is already fused. No, it's not fused, because we loaded again. Okay. It's called a crop top. What, like the hip cutouts? Oh, I did that wrong. Shit. It's okay, it's okay. Everything's fine, it's okay. Hopefully it sorts right. Nope, I don't want that. I want this. I'm all over the place. My inputs are all off. Okay. Drop. Fuse. Excellent. Drop. Fuse. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. Never mind, I've already lost it. I just gotta focus. Just realized you're not a verified YouTuber. Yeah, I think it happens at 100K, right? Which, coming up. Okay. Oh, I don't love that. That's okay. Cool. We are, I believe, ready to go. Shock set is way more risque than the frost set. I'll have to check. Shoulders are so distracting, I can't do my... Okay. Bubble, don't do this. Do you think my computer will blow up? I shut it down when it was updating and unplugged it because it was on low battery. No, it should be fine. Just realized you aren't at 100K. We're close, though. It's possible to attach the horns to the weapons in the website you used earlier. I think so. That'd probably be easier, huh? Fusion. Okay, so here, I'll show you. You can, but it's kind of a pain. You click on Fusion, and then you've got all this shit, so you have to find the proper thing through this whole list, and that's kind of painful, you know? Okay. It's insane that you're almost at 100k. I've been subbed since before 10k. Let's go, dude. Sub since 4.7. Love to hear it. Okay. So we're gonna save here because I'm gonna here's how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna redo the Demon King's army 3 times in a row. We're just gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna finish it, load a save, do it with the next class. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna actually go through all the bosses after completing the Demon King's army for the 3rd time. Okay? I hope I have enough fairies. Because these are, you know, low health builds. It's a little scary. But this we're gonna do the Fire Mage going through the DKA first. Do you know you can throw weapons in a flurry rush? Is that true? Because that's insane if true. Can anyone confirm that? Because if so, I smell a YouTube short coming. We can't see the list. Did I not? I thought I switched it over. I don't know. It's a long list. Trust me. What bow will the ranger use? No idea. Cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm a one thing at a time kind of fella. Holy lag. I smell content. That's accurate. See, this is another reason the magic rods suck. They just take forever to recharge. Like, this thing is so useless, dude. It's not even good for crowd control. This is just hot garbage. Even with a spin attack, it barely hits any of them, does very low damage. It's better to use it this way or thrown. But throwing stops your movement so much that everything has time to catch up with you and kick your ass. Like that. See? This is just garbage. Okay, we're switching off of it. It's dog water. We're switching to the good stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot this is one-handed. I was treating it with the range of a two-handed. This actually doesn't do much damage either, but also feels really sick. This looks like an anime protagonist. And it burns them, so you get the stun after you hit them, so you're not in as much danger of them fighting back. So as long as you can land the first hit, you can stun lock them for a second. That's pretty important. Okay, ow. You've never heard of dog water? Yeah, it's a thing. Pretty sure. That is surprisingly not as good as I would think. The spin there. I think ice is gonna dominate. I am maybe starting to feel like it's a weird insult for something. Listen, dog water is filled with gross dog saliva, so it's bad. Oh my god, this durability is not gonna last, dude. Oh, brother. Anyway, focus. I think that fire actually is kind of being held back by not having access to Zonai stuff. Because a big part with fire is the damage per second with like a flamethrower, and we don't have a flamethrower. I don't love that. Dog water is even worse when they shed hair in it. So true. Okay. This isn't... I don't know. I'm on the fence. This doesn't feel as good as I hoped. Even with the dope-looking Bleak blade. overall, this is just low damage and low health. Without much, at least for the Fire Mage, the CC isn't really there super well because the rod just sucks and has to recharge. Like, this is definitely worse than Light Paladin. That dude had Dazzle Fruit and about the same damage, you know, but also had a shield and more health and more armor. So this is just so far for the DKA flat out worse than the Paladins. I feel like we need to be doing more damage here. And part of me thinks that means we should allow thrown gems. I don't know. What do you guys think? This feels too weak. I mean, we are going to be doing Sorcerer later. That'll be the stronger variant. But this feels too weak. No thrown gems. I feel like it's crucial to make these actually, like, work well for the DKA, you know? I mean, this is fine. That's why testing is good. Yeah. I don't know. This is fine. And, like, I guess it's okay that it's not the most powerful thing ever. See, that's already almost broken, too. Damn. Just the fact that it's seems so significantly weaker than either Paladin, I don't really love. Yeah, I'm not losing. Like, this is going okay. It's just not as strong and OP as I was kind of hoping for. Maybe that's just the fire, though, you know? Maybe the others will do better. Add cooldowns? No one's gonna do a cooldown is the issue. That's a little too in-depth for what most people will want from something like this. They just want to lose structure, I think. Knight, when using a ranged weapon as a melee, isn't as strong as using the Master Sword plus Silver Lionel Saberhorn. Listen. I'll fight you, okay? I will fight you. Now, see, this is a spot where this comes in handy. I kind of wish I didn't use all the durability. That was dumb. Okay. Okay. Wish that wasn't broken. Wait, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Then take one of these. And we fuse it. Boom. Magic rod. Still, it's just not as much. Like, if I just threw a ruby right now, it would be so much better. Like, worlds better than this. It's not doing it for me. Stop it. Bad. I don't like that they back up when they're getting ready to spit. There we go. Would you really want to take the easy way out? Yes. Not for my own sanity or anything of like being able to get through this quicker. More just I want this to be a fun class for people to play, and I feel like people would have more fun throwing gems. But maybe that's just me. The thrill of battle, yes. Love the thrill of battle. I am all about the thrill of battle. Hello. Okay, so fire definitely excels single target, you know? By being able to stun lock them after attacking. Other than that, yeah, this is kind of hard mode. This is really just going to emphasize how much stronger the Sorcerer is, I feel like. Just does not do well with crowds, especially without a shield or anything. Like, if you don't see an attack because they're hidden behind their friends, sorry. You know what? I'll just say that as an option. I'll just say, like, if you want it to be easier, you can throw the gems. That's stronger. But if you want to play it harder, don't throw. I feel like we can include that. Do some advanced combat. That ain't me, guy. Okay, let's load the save and switch to the next mage for the DKA. If they're gonna go that far to have a ton of gems to throw, why not use them? True. Okay, we'll do shock next, I guess. Okay. What all classes have you done? We have done a light and dark paladin so far, and now we are doing 3 elemental mages. And next, whenever we stream this next, probably next weekend, we're going to do rogue. Also, next weekend, I think we're going to have one of these streams on YouTube, along with a modded challenge run stream, so... When you got low durability, please try my throw flurry strat. I will try to remember. Okay. These. Help me? So far, I feel like I'm liking this a little more than the fire rod. It's definitely a little more single target, but I feel like with how quick you can attack, and the fact that shocked weapons will shock buddies too, like, this feels a little better for survivability, actually. Like, even to the point of not taking damage as often, because it feels easier to kite enemies, especially with the additional range. You can deal with shield enemies easily, or at least metal shields. This feels much nicer so far. You just, like, sting them. You kite them out and then sting them from a distance. I'm into it. Definitely has more power. Did you see what I did there? Yeah, and especially when you disarm them and their metal weapon launches into a friend and shocks them, like what just happened to that boss Boko twice. That feels really good. I mean, this is slower, but safer. I'm into it. I'm really into it. I'm digging this. Oh, okay. Oh, damn it, I should have tried the flurry thing. I'll try to remember for next time. Shit. Oh boy, okay. I also like that the spear has enough range to stop those charging Bokos. I should try to actually show that. Hey, can one of you charge at me? Can one of you horn charge? Although you're not gonna have enough health. Never mind, it doesn't matter. The interesting thing with shock is that it actually does more, I don't know if you guys saw Croton's video on this, it does more contact damage. So when the element is applied to the enemy, like when they first get shocked like that, it does double the damage. It does 20 damage, whereas fire and ice do 10 damage when they first get the element applied to them. But like if you keep hitting them when they're already shocked, it doesn't do additional contact damage. So it's really just the first hit. Each time you apply the elemental effect, shock does double. what Fire and Ice do. And I think that's kind of neat, even though it's still offensively the weaker one. Man, this feels great. This is just so much more satisfying to play. I have a feeling this one's gonna take the cake for me on the Demon King's army, because I know that the two-handed weapons swinging slow in for the Ice Mage will probably make it feel worse for me. I think this one's probably going to be the best DKA. It's a slow clear, but it's a safe clear, and it's a fun clear. But, I don't know, maybe the two-handed spins will carry really hard on the ice one. Throw flurry. Damn it. Damn it. I told you I was gonna forget. I'm really bad at that stuff. I'll keep trying. Okay, so we can do that. Only thing I don't like here is that it travels slowly, as opposed to the fireball, like, moves a little quicker and bounces. So fireball's better for hitting multiple targets. But this one, I don't know, somehow feels more accurate. Like, it just feels more like it's doing what I want it to do. Except it has to recharge, and I hate that. Okay, let's switch back to this bad boy. Now this is incredibly effective for them, especially because the spear can easily reach the flyers. Oh my god. Dude clears. Clears. Yeah, it's... So far, it's no contest. Hello. Have some of that. Okay, okay. Definitely hard to hit for groups. I think I'm gonna have to say Topaz is worse than Ruby for a Magic Rod. But this spear carries so hard. Throw the spear and flurry. Yes, yes. Now I just need to successfully get a flurry. I'm really bad at getting a flurry on moblins. I don't know their attacks very well because I don't fight them often. Okay. Throw. I'm trying to throw. Oh, that just cancels the flurry, dude. You can't throw mid-flurry. Yeah, that's... That ain't doing it for me. Yeah, I'm holding R. Yeah. Oh, throw, side hop, and then throw? So dodge while holding throw? Oh. Oh. I mean, that's cool. It's not very useful, I think. Like, why didn't you just throw it, you know? You could have just thrown it. I don't know. It's neat. I don't know if it's worth getting into a Did You Know video, because it's just objectively the worst choice. It does look cool. Yeah, coolness points, I guess. Yeah, you slow-mo while throwing. That's kind of cool, yeah. I guess. Better aim. Yeah, it gives you more time. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Let me write it down so I don't forget about it. Hold on. And I'll look at it. I may make a video on it. We'll see. Row Flurry. And what's her username? I should write it down now. The Pokey guy. Okay. The Pokey guy on stream. Okay. Wrote it down. It may or may not make it into a short. We'll see. Oh, and Depoki guy, who did you say you found out about it from? Ice. We're doing ice. Cool. 5 seconds long where you do it and then end short. Brilliant. Porygon, hello, welcome. Cool finishing move. Doesn't seem practical, yeah. Spears being the weakest weapon makes a lot of sense now, seeing it destroy DKA like that. Yeah. I kind of really like spears, man. Especially that spear. That was insane. Top gaming plays. Okay. I'll write that down too. Oh god, where did I write it? There we go. Okay. So what's this about? We're just chilling. No, we made some elemental mage builds. Oh, I forgot it does that, dude. Holy. Ice Mage carries, brother. Yeah, we're making elemental mage classes and we're testing them against the Demon King's army and boss rush. This is ridiculous. They stay frozen so long. The crowd control on this is nuts, brother. Like, especially because this makes it easy to then go through with a two-handed weapon and just spin to win. Of course, they all unfreeze, but... And you immediately get the triple damage on the shatter. Ice might be a little OP, guys. just a hair. This is insane. Absolutely, Last Link. Have fun with your tomfoolery. I hope you have a great time. I'm a big fan of tomfoolery, personally. So, happy to hear it. You don't have TOTK? Oh, brother, you're missing out. Dude, the shatter damage is just absurd. Okay, the range on this is rough, which really makes it more of, like, an assistant weapon to the... This is the first class where the actual OP element is the gem on a rod. This is insane. But using that in conjunction to get the shatter, like, holy. This shit is broken. Damn. Help. Help. Freeze, please. Thank you. Dude. Yeah, we actually just finished up Lightning. Which I thought was very OP and was doing great. But this is just no contest. By far the strongest. I guess the way I'm playing it, it's a little less safe. I still think Spear is the safest because of that range. But this one is by far the most powerful. Yeah, fire may need a buff. We'll have to see how it performs against the boss rush and stuff. It may need a buff. Need a glass canonist. Yeah, we may need to nerf... We could nerf ice a little. Give it lower health. Because this is insane. THK useless facts or fun facts type video. Sure, sure. I dig it. Just absolutely dominating. This is nuts. When will you do the next one? So, like, the next class, the next style of class, we're planning on doing Rogue next weekend. Fire and shit, Electric kind of got some spice to it, and Ice got a little kick, yeah. Exactly. I'm trying to think, though. Are there any bosses where fire is really useful? Colgero, they're all going to follow the same tactic of using the bow, most likely, or just diving, so irrelevant. Marbled Goma, like... I don't know. In every scenario, I can't see fire being superior. I just can't. Like, this is insane. This is wild. It is so ridiculously strong. Tried your hookshot exploit, it works so well. Dude, that's sick. I'm so happy to hear it worked for you. Yeah, Colgera doesn't matter. Marbled Goma is just flat damage. The actual element doesn't matter. So fire won't have an advantage there. Muktarok, again, just flat damage. Queen Gibdo, ice will probably take the cake just because it is better for crowds and will handle the reinforcements in phase 2 better. And then Seized, it may be on Seized Construct. I'm not entirely sure how Seized Construct works, but when we were doing Dark Paladin, we discovered that using fire damage from being fused to a weapon made it easier to knock Seized Construct back, but I don't know if that's specifically fire damage or if that's any elemental damage. If it's any, then yeah, fire is useless. How do we buff fire, though? I don't even know how we would go about that. Fire looks good. I mean, that's true. Oh yeah, we just did it with ice. So we're going through this normally now. So we're actually gonna fight here. Fire can use bombs. I don't know about that. When will Light Mage be worked on? Light Mage may be a while. I want to try to get through the more classic classes first. The more well-known stuff. To get more people into the series, you know? Could you mix classes somehow? Like maybe lightning and water? Yeah, we could definitely do some hybrid stuff at some point. But it looks the best. That's true. Yeah, I guess it doesn't have to be perfectly balanced, and again, that can kind of be like a difficulty thing. Like if... Huh? Okay, there we go. Yeah, like if you want a higher difficulty, you play as fire. Easiest is ice, and shock is like medium difficulty. I kind of like that. I do think ice might still need a small buff, but otherwise I like that. Nice. Magic dart! Magic dart do be making Colgera easy as hell. Spears OP with me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a good fire buff. Yeah, it's tough, man. Porygon, no worries, have fun. Oh boy. Ice feels like more of a support mage, not a DPS mage. Like it should be more of a support. But in this, it is the DPS. Let fire have Dinral blades. I don't know. That would make fire, like, way stronger. Well, I guess not really, right? That might just be a slightly higher damage fire blade rather than the Gleocorns. I don't know. Dinral blade, yeah, and that, yeah, Dark Paladin had that. Don't really want to repeat. Should we just give only Fire Mage access to the Flame Emitter? So that way Fire Mage can do a flamethrower? Dinral does less attack. Oh, okay. I need to remember to switch 3 times to show each class fighting him. Okay. Okay. Does it... It does rely on battery, true. Okay. Magic Dart is completely useless here. Yeah. Do one of your attacks so I can get up there and hit you. Battery could be mana? Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Now let's switch over to Fwee Fwee. Give fire a better bow for fire projectiles. Good night, Linky. Potentially. Bomb Flower would be good for a fire mage, but it doesn't feel terribly magical, yeah. Do you have to use magic staffs for fusions? No, definitely don't have to. Could you not? Can you just please swing at me with 1? More armor. We could upgrade the armor to make it more defensive. I just don't know. Okay. Please face to me. Oh, that was a close one. Okay. Better base weapons that are still somewhat similar to what you've already got. Yeah. See, the thing is, though, is that, like, damage isn't really the issue here. And so even if we were to do one of these things to fix it by giving it higher damage, it still wouldn't make it all that improved, you know? Like, a lot of the reason why it's worse is because it's not as good at crowd control. It doesn't have as much utility, you know? For the most part, the damage and defense is kind of the is kind of irrelevant with this. So I don't know. I guess we could give it higher... I mean, we may as well give it higher damage to try to balance it out. I don't think it'll improve it, and I still think it'll be the lower tier, but at least then people can see that we at least tried to give it some kind of advantage. So I still think that's probably a good idea. But, yeah, I don't think it'll really change any outcomes. But we'll probably do that. We could just change the base, I guess. Nailed it. Let's switch back to fire. Get ready for a lot of this. Might need base stat buffs, like higher health then. Yeah, potentially. Or I do also like the idea of giving him higher armor. I think a little bit higher armor, like upgraded a little further, and... Oh! Maybe a shield. Ilyas, I think that might be a good idea. They're the only ones that could use a shield anyway. Maybe a shield. That could be what's necessary to set it apart. I kind of like that. That solves some of the utility stuff, because then it makes it, like, the safest class to use. You know? I think I'm into that. I think I am. You end up giving them a shield. Zonai Flame Emitter shield would be very nice. True. Not only does that give them defense, but then they also... Help me? Okay. Then they also, Yep. Words. I'm really good at words. Then they also get to take advantage of the fact that fire has the highest DPS when flame throwing, which is an important part of the fire element and would definitely set them apart a little. I guess, yeah, then the only issue is that then, like, people would be like, how come the rest don't get access to Zonai stuff? But I don't know, I feel like he needs it for balance purposes. Let's switch to Icy Boy. Nope. Damn you. Dinkelberg. Hold on. Hold on. Get darted. And I aim anyway. Throw the fruit of their element. Throwing fire fruit is really weak, though. I don't know how to pronounce your name before you go. Nadrakes? I don't know. But, thank you for coming. You were a huge help. And, yeah. Have a good night. Nope. Nadrex? Okay. Like that? Nadrex? Did I do it? Cool. Fire shot, bomb flower. Yeah, I agree with whoever said it before. I think bomb flowers are not magical enough. I think either just shield or shield with flame emitter. Fire bulky, ice, glass cannon, electric taser, yeah. Let's switch over to electric, speaking of. That'll help out in phase 2, potentially, methinks. Okay, if you could just not, that would be awesome. Okay. Yep. I'm panicking, I'm throwing. I'm sorry? Get got, son. There we go. Oh my god, get me out of here. Sniped. Nope, nope, nope. Shit. I'm doing a great job of getting the proper footage. Nope, son of a... With the eyeball, it makes this a little annoying going back and forth between the two. Stutter, please. Nope. God damn it. Okay. Yikes. Yeah, that's an interesting forager idea. I'd maybe roll that into a druid, perhaps, as like a little bit more of a well-known class. Okay, let's start with lightning here. Hello, friendo. Don't do this. You're cheating. Oh, wait. That's what this is for. Okay. There we go. My word. Druid should get Earthwake. I was thinking that more for like a monk build, but I do also like that for Druid. Nailed it. Nailed it. I definitely think Fire Mage having a shield is what we need here. I think that'll bridge the gap perfectly. Okay, he doesn't do enough damage to stun him. There we go. Finally. Stun her, I mean. Okay, I need you to get your color back here. Yeah, there we go. So I can show fire doing it. Switch to Fui. And hit you with some of this action. Easy money. Able to just chuck that shit, no problem. Okay. I have never been able to avoid that attack without a shield, like, ever. So far, lightning feels the weakest here. Shield for fire with the Dinral scale. They fill most of the shield and look pretty synced. Yeah, it's true. Okay. Now, who's the best for getting Queen Gibdo down? This fires... This throws. It still throws pretty far, so that's good for getting her down. Lightning feeling the weakest is so ironic for Queen Gibdo. It really is. It's mostly just because of the slow deployment speed of the ice gem. Like, when you shoot Topaz, how it just very slowly moves. Which, I want to let her fly again, because I want to show each of them. Actually, hold on. Let's go try to do some damage real quick. But I want to show each of them taking her out of the sky, because that's an important part of this fight. And they can't do that with their magic dart. Oh, okay. Hold on. That was a good opportunity for me to show it with someone else, but okay. Ow. Okay. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Now let's show lightning, bringing it down. Then I'm going to let her fly again. Then we'll finish with ice. Earthquake and maybe something that allows for range, like the missile deflection ability. What? Missile deflection? What you talking about? Hey, can you fly again? Can you maybe fly again? You're kind of ruining it right now. I'm trying to get footage. If you could just fly again, that'd be awesome. Still the updated TOTK, but would it be worth it to restart my save and downgrade? For me, it would be, unless you're like a 100%er. If you've already 100%ed, then nah. Missile deflection and spring shield. That would be annoying to set up each time, since it only has one use. There we go. Okay. That still worked okay. How many fairies do I have left? 39. Okay, we're fine. Monks can deflect bullets in D&D. Damn. Okay. Ice is next. Yeah, I know missile deflection is a thing, but like setting up the spring shield sounds awful. Should restart and downgrade. I'm so attached to my save though. Yeah. I mean, if you are, like, it's... I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know if the glitches in TOTK are good enough to warrant a downgrade. If you want to do it so you can have access to duplication glitches, then sure. But if you want to do it for non-duplication fun glitches, the glitches in TOTK, in my opinion, aren't fun enough to bother with that. Oh, Spring Shield can deflect infinite stuff. Okay, if that's the case, then it's worth it. That's cool. But that's a ways down the road. We still got to do this and then and then Rogue next, and yeah. Getting ahead of ourselves. Can you fly again, please? More for dupe purposes. Then yeah, probably worth it if you want to dupe. Doesn't go very far. I really thought this would be hands down the best way to hit Queen Gibdo out of the sky, but the range is actually not great. Interesting. I don't want to slog through Link's house upgrades, fair. I kind of feel like Fireball was the best then, just because of the absurd range. So maybe Fire and Ice are tied against Queen Gibdo, due to Ice having the crowd control on the other Gibdos and Fire being better against the actual boss. Neat. Okay, now I'm excited to test this and see how this goes. Hello. Yep. Okay, let's see how many hits this takes. Let's use one of these. I would like to be able to get a chance to hit. Dude, I was behind you. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. 1, 2. Does that push you back? 1, 2. Did that take 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Okay. That takes 4. It could be because of the damage, or it could be because of the element. Let's find out. This is one-handed, so it's, I feel like, going to be a little different here. Still takes 4 hits, but much quicker because one-handed. Okay. Interesting. I have a week to brainstorm ideas for Rogue. True. Okay, ow. Did I switch? I switched armor. Let's switch to this. Ooh. I mean, you get a stun, which is nice, but it takes a full rotation. I think Fire is best against Seize Construct. Guys, I don't think we need to add a shield to Fire. We've found where Fire excels. It's a little more balanced now. Fire is better against both Queen Gibdo for the fireballs and Seized Construct for the speed at which you can knock him into the wall. Interesting. How could you make Lightning feel more powerful? I mean, Lightning, I kind of like where Lightning's at right now. I really like it with the Spear. It's great for crowd control and general safety. I think Lightning's in a good spot. But Fire is definitely the bee's knees against this fella. Does this help at all here? Does this do anything for me? Completely useless. Excellent. I'm gonna need you to land, friendo. Want to make Rogue something that isn't just Sheikah or Yuga armor? True. I'm still kind of on the fence about how I want to make it, too. Like, do we want Rogue to be a stealth class? Do we want to save a stealth class for something like an assassin? Do we want to make Rogue more of a ranger class where it has bow access too? Like, I don't know. A lot to consider with Rogue. I'm on the fence about it. I haven't tested how the actual elemental rods do here. I probably should have tested that shit. Can it knock you back? It doesn't seem to be able to knock you back. Okay. Good to know, it's useless. Come close to the edge, friend. Cheater. Cheater. Actually, fire also stops him from attacking once he catches fire. So yeah, fire is hands down better than electricity here. But I am going to switch back to electricity because I don't... God, they're all kind of running low on weapons. Yikes. Have I used all of them? Oh, except for the middle one? Okay. I want to try this too. I've heard that one before, Lemon. Rogue feels like it'd be stealthy because of sneak attack, but maybe it just have strong weapons that attack slow. Yeah, so, like, for me, the thing is, like, I think I only want one stealth class because... Ooh. That drops you out of the sky. I gotta test with the others. Hold on. Also drops you out of the sky, okay. And you stay frozen for a hot minute. Also drops you out of the sky. Okay, good to know. What was I going to say? Yeah, I feel like the gimmick with a stealth-based class is pretty much only going to be sneak attacks. So we should only bother with one stealth-based class because it's going to get insanely repetitive otherwise. Man, lightning might be the weakest because sometimes it doesn't proc. Like there, it didn't actually knock him back at the end of the combo. So then, yeah, like, do we make Rogue the stealth class, or do we save it for a dedicated stealth class like Assassin? I don't know. It's a tough call. Yet. Oh, come on. You're right there, you coward. I'm not gonna have enough weapons for Ganondorf at this rate. Gall darn it. Thank you. Good grief. You were just a damage sponge. You're saying maybe a stealth assassin variant and a less stealthy variant? That could be. We could just do variants again. Yeah, I like that. Maybe give Ice the Spear and Lightning the two-handed. I think crowd control fits Ice more, and Lightning should focus on attack potency. Disagree. Because Ice already has insane crowd control with its... I'll show you. Ice already hands down has the best crowd control with the Sapphire Scepter, because it's just a massive AoE that freezes. It doesn't work on Phantom Ganon. Panic. So Ice doesn't need additional crowd control, but Lightning or Shock does. Extra damage isn't enough. The utility is important here, and that's what sets Shock apart and makes it strong here, is that it has good crowd control and is a safer class. As is, Shock is already the weakest element in this game, so I like that it has utility instead. So you're wrong and you should feel bad. No, I'm just kidding. I just want to see if any of these work, but I would love just like half a second to breathe so I can find out. They can't be set on fire. Is Phantom Ganon just immune to elements? Panic? Running real low on weapons here. Phantom Ganon is immune to elements. Okay. Feel like Shock should be more power focused since Lightning Strikes do tons of damage in game. That is true. Lightning Strikes do a lot of damage, but Ice is by far the most powerful in game, which is why we made it the most powerful class here. Because when you freeze an enemy and shatter them, your weapon does triple the damage when you shatter that ice. So in TOTK, Shock is already the weakest element that you control because Lightning Strikes aren't really in your control. And Ice is by far the most powerful. Fire is best for DPS, like with a flamethrower, and then yeah, Shock is sadly just not great here. So need to think. I really don't want to burn through all this stuff. I think we may want to try to rely... We have so many bows left. Maybe we rely on Magic Dart. Even though it does very little damage. Oh, no. Because without the elemental damage, I feel like we're just going to burn through all of our weapons here. I do want to save a little bit for Ganondorf, though. I should have given myself more Keese eyeballs. What a fool. Okay. Oh, no, 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 no. Well. I guess we're just fighting. Let's see how much damage we do. We're gonna burn through all of our weapons here. Shit. Oh, God. Looks like a filler arc started, so I'm back. Nice. Dude, oh no. My poor weapons. This is so sad. Okay, I'm gonna try what I did with Light Paladin and get some spin attacks in. Oh my god, this is trash. Okay, that's at least somewhat effective. I think for this round we're gonna say fire is slightly the best, just due to that again, like with the Light Paladin. But they're still all bad here. Hold on. I want to start writing this down because I'm afraid I'll forget. So, Ice best against DKA because of Gem CC. Lightning mid. Actually, hold on. I'll do it this way. DKA. Ice best because Gem CC. Shock mid. Because I should probably show you so you guys can see what I'm doing. So it's a little more entertaining for you. Here you go. Shock mid because safe spear range. Fire worse. I'll just say low because weak CC and single target, I guess. I'll also add that mid because safe spear range and decent single target. And then peak content. Thank you. Colgera equal. I don't need that much space. Hold on. Equal Roma. Did anyone really outperform? I don't know, mostly equal. But, like, fire felt like it was doing good damage. I mean, realistically, they were all fine. Maybe shock slightly worse. And ice slightly better because spin? I don't know, we'll see on that one. And then muck. Again, mostly equal. Shock slightly better because range allows more hits. And then Gibdo, who carried? Fire carried, right? Fire best because long gem range for phase 2. Shock mid because same but slower gem. Ice low because low gem range. Okay, and then I'm sorry you guys have to sit through this construct. It was fire best because quickest combo. All can shoot down in phase 2 with gem. And then phantom fire best because spin attack. No elements work. So it's kind of funny because fire seems like by far the weakest one for normal play, and yet it's by far the best one for the bosses. I kind of like that. Does not appear to be going well. It's going great, awkward. What's the problem? If every class gets water, you might want to give them weak water buff supplementary weapons for Ganon, but I feel like that defeats the point. Yeah. Try light fruit. Have a really good looking rogue outfit. Definitely a less stealthy version. Okay, okay. Light Fruit, maybe it'll have the same effect like the Gloom Hands. I don't have Light Fruit on me right now for these classes, unfortunately. Fire is just the goat. Yeah, fire is kind of carrying for the bosses. Fire, then ice, then electric. Well, ice was... Oh, yeah, you're right, you're right. Sorry, for construct, you're right. Shock, I'll just say shock were low, because full combo / didn't always proc. Okay. Anyway. Meme class called the Frog class uses only frog armor and only wetness buffed weapons. That would be funny. Okay, I have a plan out of this, so we don't destroy our durability of stuff. I think we're gonna utilize the cannon. Help. Help. Shit. I don't want to use durability. Hold on. Please. God damn it. I need to lure them back in front of it so it at least hits them. Did I do damage to them? And the cannon's gone. I forgot about that small part. That the cannon just yeets itself away. That may not do what I want it to do. I need to attach it to something. Dude, this is hell. I need weapons to get for Ganondorf. Okay, okay, we'll use Gloom stuff. We'll use Gloom stuff. We'll just use this to deal some health damage. Just because I'm lacking durability. This won't actually factor into the video or the build or anything. Let me just clear these nerds out. Ow, rude. Oh, I guess Magic Dart can be kind of useful for phase 2 here to stop him from being a dingus with the gloom spread, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's some utility there. Using gloom stuff for the Ganon fight might actually work for Mage if they're being forced to use melee because it's like punishing them for going outside their class. That's funny. They broke their moral alignment. Do I have another? Ow, thank you. I don't know if I have another sword. Oh, here's one. Ow! Oh no, he's doing the thing. Good thing I've got Magic Dart. Nice. Stealthy Rogue sets, you have Sheik's Mask, the Stealth and Yiga set, and Evil Spirit set. Okay, okay. Hello, friend. Have some of that. And now I'll finish you with actual stuff. So we're about equal on fire and ice for the most part. Lightning or shock is missing the most. So yeah, let's break this one. Hello? Ow? What the? Okay, now we switch for the final blow. Just in case I need it for the footage, even though that's unlikely. Okay. What did I put for Phantom Ganon? Did I put, I'm gonna say ice worst because slow swing. Ice low because slow swing. Okay, let's get this bread. I don't even know if we have enough to actually kill Ganon, but as long as we have enough to showcase what they're good at, which in this case seems like pretty much nothing, then it should be fine. Yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think anything's really going to be, like, at an advantage here. I imagine Ganondorf, like Phantom Ganon, won't take any damage from elements, so, like, that's kind of pointless. Yeah, I feel like this is just going to be Phantom Ganon round 2. Especially when the Phantoms come in phase 2. But I guess let's try each of the gems. This is Ice. I'm switching back and forth frequently, Porygon. Okay, oh, Ice actually has 3 weapons. Nice. Yep, does nothing as expected. It's unfortunate. Okay. I mean, realistically, this feels like they're all just going to be the exact same then, right? No elements work, so you're just relying entirely on flurry rushes, essentially. So, like, there's very little difference here. I have 22 left. Yeah, that's useless. Okay, let's switch to this. Yep, nailed it. There, use magic against the ultimate wizard. Yep. Okay, let's switch to shock. Just to confirm. Does literally nothing. Okay. Ow. Do you think before stream we'll get 6 more likes, putting us at 100 likes before we're even done streaming? Are we near 100? I can't see them right now. Yeah, I mean, these are all the exact same. These are all just flurry rush and fight. So then let's switch to Ice real quick, since the most weapons here. We're at 94, 95. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I guess we can also... I should have shown it there, I goofed. I'll get another chance, probably. Nailed it. Oh, it's cool when you can actually see it in slow-mo looking like an ice sword like that. That was sick. Okay, focus. Nailed it. Focus. Nailed it. Focus. Nailed it. I'll just... okay. There it is. Ready for Rogue armor recommendations? Sick. Yeah, I'm excited for Rogue too. I think Rogue will be a fun class to play. I do think splitting it into a stealth and non-stealth variant is probably a good idea. I like that. Can you do the bow thing again where you put me into the air? Or not the bow thing. Just the thing where you put me into the air? So I can show off my magic darting. Don't do the bow thing. I know I asked for it, but it was unintentional. Oh, get sniped, nerd? That's how you prevent the bow usage? Just with some quick magic dart? That's brilliant. Ow, God, I hate the spear. The lead up to the strike is so tiny, it's hard for me to tell most of the time. Just the slightest little muscle flex to let you know he's about to attack. I hate it. Oh. Like, it's interesting how in both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, enemies with spears are just the most deadly because their attacks are just the quickest and scariest and hardest to read. Okay. I thought it would break. It did not break. Yep, nailed it. You had to learn how to bait him into spear? How is that the easiest, brother? I mean, usually I do much better against sword and club, but right now I am absolutely blowing it. I'm flubbing. Okay, here we go. Magic Dort. Got him. He's cheating. I can tell he's cheating. There it is. Okay, let's switch to Fui Fui, I believe. Oh, close one. I think that, yeah, fire definitely aesthetically is the best. The sword just looks so dope. I'm also a sucker for one-handed weapons, though. What class is this? We're doing 3 elemental mages. Yeah, I really need to do that notepad idea. Although I guess I'm not really going to want it on screen during this stuff, you know? Movement is simple and it's easiest to dodge because it just needs a side hop. That's true. I suppose so. Yeah, now that I know what to look for, I'm definitely having an easier time flurrying it. Like that. The timing is easy once you can actually tell when it's coming. Shock. Oh, and I'm hitting straight through him. Nice. What's up, Glow? Ow. Man, I feel like this is actually kind of making Shock the weakest. 'Cause Ice has DKA, Fire has bosses, Shock just kind of has nothing. It's just kind of mid all throughout. Which is a little sad. What are we doing? Okay, yep. Ow? Hacker. He's hacking. Watch, he's gonna... See, he did it again. He knew I had the flurry, so he hacked to prevent it. Trust. God damn it. I used to be the, best at flurrying his sword attacks. I don't know what's happening. I'm choking. It is a slow wind-up, yeah. There we go. My word. Okay. Ice, I guess. Yeah, I don't think we're making it through. I don't think we have enough weapons. Skill issue? I never said it wasn't, brother. But also banned? Everybody banned? Guys, should we start a poll? Do we ban him? How dare he? Mr. I'm okay, guys. I've told you too many times already. Oh, God. Do we have a mage class yet? You're looking at it, brother. This is currently the Ice Mage. Man, these spins really do not have much success, do they? There we go. Don't think you have enough weapons, but I think you'll get... Yeah, it should be plenty for the footage. Get banned. Oh, no. No, it's okay. We don't actually have to ban him. I was just joshing. Bro's Queso's brother. Wow. I see. You're steering into it. You're like, oh, he mentioned ban? I might as well just dive all the way in. Never mind, I'm leaning ban now. Unbelievable. Queso popped up in my shorts recently. It was the first time I've ever seen him. And I had never heard of him before, and it's so ridiculous. And it was really funny at first, like the first couple times, because it felt serious. But then when I saw like 10 shorts of the same thing happening, I was like, oh, okay, this is a lot of acting going on here. Then it became a lot less interesting, but it is funny. Okay. Yeah, all we have left is fire. GG. Could you make a tech class using Zonai armor and weapons with the only fuses that can be used to be Zonai machines? Absolutely, yeah, we plan on doing something like that. I do like the idea of, we could have 2 tech classes, one that's more oriented towards builds, and one that's more oriented towards just, yeah, Zonai weaponry and bows. I like that. I'm into it. Yeah, so we have no weapons, so GG. Get sniped, nerd. Oh, we got him. Brought him into phase 3. Let's go. Okay, I think we have everything we need. We didn't even need to add shield to fire because it turned out to be better, which is crazy. Yeah. This worked out well. I think, surprisingly, these all kind of came out to, mostly due to Phantom Ganon and Ganondorf. I think these are all worse than the Paladins. The Paladins are just overall better equipped to deal with Phantom Ganon and Ganondorf. Yeah. So I'm trying to think how I'm going to rank these. I feel like, I guess the viability tier list is only considering boss rush. If it was considering more, why swallow bows? They have good durability. No, we were going for like a low damage single shot wooden bow for magic missile, basically with key eyeballs. I think I'll just have to include something in the video saying like if this is for the whole game, the Ice Mage would be higher due to the insane CC. But for the boss rush itself, I think it's gonna go Ice Mage is B tier and Fire and Shock are C tier. I do think overall they're worse than the Paladins for boss rush. I think when you're not stocking weapons for every type of mage, they'll have an easier time. Yeah, definitely, but like just going based off of their capabilities, like I don't know. I think having the low hearts and low defense. You know what? No. Maybe I'll bump it all up. Maybe Ice will be A tier, Fire and Shock will be B tier. I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Mage should deserve a Soldier Spear or Traveler's Sword because he needs a small melee weapon. Well, Mage has been rocking melee weapons. Just more magical ones. Rogue would use Hood and Knight chest piece. Might be too much armor. Barbarian with Lionel weapons and Barbarian arm, that's me. Bring back Elemental rods. These rods are kind of butts, but I mean, Elemental rods in Breath of the Wild were also kind of trash. Yeah, I think we got it. I think we did it, boys. Yeah, I think that'll do. I'm gonna go take Lady out on a date, and it's gonna be cute. Everybody say "aw" right now. I'm gonna go back up on the tower and save though. But also don't forget, tomorrow on Twitch, I am solving these real-life Zelda puzzles. I have 3 of them. I'm solving them on stream, and then we're playing Age of Calamity. So come to Twitch, because I'm very excited to solve these. I haven't opened them at all. Once. I'm gonna do it fresh. And I'm stupid and have never done those types of puzzles, so... Yay, look at all the awes, let's go! Oh, man. Okay, cool, we did it. Definitely better than these, because at least with rods you can get extra damage buffs or durability buffs. True, true. Yeah, cool. We did it. Thank you for the help, everybody. This mage build the video will upload at the end of next week, like a week from now, basically. And next week we will do the rogue build. I hope I see a lot of you at stream tomorrow on Twitch for some real life puzzles and Age of Calamity. And yeah, I hope you all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know how the date goes when I see you tomorrow, okay? Okay, bye!